Hey, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So, I'm sure that a lot of people I know don't know the struggles that my husband and I have been through. I want to talk today about things you shouldn't tell someone who either have never had a baby or it's been a while since they've had one. As the person asking the question, I'm sure you mean well, but you don't know the story behind it, so you should be careful. It could be that they aren't ready, or it could mean something that is out of their control. So you need to be mindful of that and just be careful with your questions. So before we get into these questions, I just want to start out by saying a little bit about my past. About 10 months after my husband and I got married, we found out we were expecting. We were so excited, and this pregnancy was actually really easy, no complications whatsoever. It was great. Now we have a 4.5 little boy named Benjamin. And I thank God for him every day. Since having Benjamin, I've had a total of 5 miscarriages. All because of my PCOS. Over the years, I've gotten multiple people asking us questions of when we're going to have another kid. And these questions are always really hard to answer. So I wanted to make a video in hopes to help people out there to know, don't ask these questions because you don't know what people are going through. And before we get into these questions, I just want to say, these are my opinions. Some people may feel different, but just be mindful when asking questions that you may think isn't harmful, but to someone else it could be. So some of these things are actual questions, and then there are a few that are more like ideas, not necessarily a specific question, but just like a general. So, starting with the questions. Number 1, time to start working on another. The second question, Benjamin really needs a brother or sister. Number 3, what's taking so long? Number 4, don't take too long, you aren't getting any younger. Benjamin's already 4.5 years old. Don't you want him to have a brother or sister? Or if the couple has been married a while. When you're going to start a family? Y'all been married for a while now. Why don't you have kids yet? Do you not want any? The next couple ones are more broad. So one is just to be mindful of who's around you when you're talking. Like at family gatherings and things. You may think nothing of it when you excitedly say, oh, I can't wait to have a granddaughter. But whenever you're sitting there and it's 1 week after you've had a miscarriage, you really just want to leave the room and just curl in a ball. But you can't. Because people would be wondering, what's wrong with you? Why did she just get up and leave? So just be mindful. Be mindful of who's around. Another one is just to be mindful of what someone else may be going through. just because you may want to talk about it or say words of encouragement doesn't mean that that person wants to hear it. I don't want to be told. I've been praying for you every night. I'm always thinking about you. I really hope that God gives y'all another kid one day. I'm so thankful that you pray for me. But you don't have to tell me all the time. So the last thing that I want to mention is just to be mindful of your spouse's feelings. Just because you may be ready doesn't mean they are. Like I said, people work through things differently, and some things may be okay to say to someone, and other people it may really hurt. So just be mindful. Just think before you speak. So just try to remember these things. Be careful what you say, because these people may just not be ready to start a family or have kids, or they may not be able to. So just keep that in mind. This is something that I'm still working through my emotions. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.